I have in this world is my balls, my word. I don't break them.
Justin makes beat.
The world is yours, young nigga, hey. The world is yours, young nigga. Go get it, gotta get paid. Go get it, hustle every day. Go get it, tryna make a better way. Go get it, go get it, gotta get paid. Go get it, hustle every day. Go get it, tryna make a play. Go get it,
hustle every day, man, gotta hustle hard. First thing with cocaine, me and I'm a bum. Hit the rap gang, gangsta, and I hit it hard. Now I'm the mayor of Milwaukee. Thank the Lord.
Hey, episode 9. I got the one and only big homie, Senator Lena Taylor in the building. February 15th, she running for mayor. I just want to thank you with all my heart. You know, I heard somebody had got shot in the parking lot and you still pulled up. So I know you have no fear in your heart. And I respect you and I protect you. Like I said, I was at Sam's Club buying food, and I hate that happened to those people. Yeah. But you was like a lion and a tiger, and you served everybody that came in the building. And man, you got your signatures, and I'm so proud of you. Went to Madison.
You done gave me your chair. I had to move all his stuff for him, y'all.
Well,
because he a king. He gave me the chair, y'all.
I'm your little homie. You my big homie.
That's what I'm talking about.
See, you the senator, and I'm the mayor in Milwaukee. So I got to endorse you, and I got to protect you, and I got to respect you, because now that you fucking with me, you know what I'm saying? You untouchable. You know what I'm saying? The city is yours. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much money they got.
Together.
I don't care how much money they got.
Money can't vote.
They ain't tapped in. Money came by love. Money came by happiness. And real life, boss, in a pandemic, I applied for a food dealership license, and I don't know what that dude name is. That I've been there 4 years. I ain't never seen him. He said I got it, and then when there's COVID-19, I couldn't come. They denied me, so I had to close my business, and I had to take pictures of my hookahs, and I had to deliver them to people's houses personally. And I stayed open, and then we made a video. With some movie film guys, and then we went viral. But I just said at the same time is 100% in or 100% out. I don't know you. I ain't seen you in 4 years. You ain't did nothing for the community. And shout out to Khalif Ramey, shout out to Russell Stampler and all them people that show love. But at the same time, as my nigga, I mean, hey, I can't sugarcoat this shit. I'm voting for Senator Lena Taylor on February 15th and for mayor. And that's just that, boss. I ain't sugarcoating it. And it's I don't need you. I've been rich since 1996. I'm only voting for the people that support me. If you ain't supporting, you ain't important. That's just that.
Also, to show up, because that's
that's
the thing. Show up, willing to serve. Like this ain't about sometime. This all the time. How you doing? Good to see you. It's all the time. You know, I'm not only an elected official, I'm a lawyer by profession. And so one of the things that, you know, I've always done, no matter in what capacity I've been, if I was a public defender originally, but then I opened my own law office, I put out my own shingle. And when I put out my own shingle, I was still doing free legal clinics to be able to help folks. In addition to that, when I became a state rep, I was still doing that. I know that now municipal court does I think they call it warrant something Wednesdays, where they help clear folks warrants or whatever. I want to be clear. I started that as attorney Lena Taylor, did that kind of work. Also, as a state rep, helping people to get their driver's license, bringing the municipal judges out in the community, and bringing the Department of Transportation. And then as senator, hey, anybody knows I've chaired the Judiciary Committee. I've chaired the Money Committee, the Joint Committee on Finance in the state of Wisconsin. First Black woman to ever do it. Only the second Black person to be the chair of the Money Committee of the state. Only Black person to ever chair the Judiciary Committee in the state of Wisconsin. And anybody that's been locked up will be able to tell you that most of the time, the only person that's responded is Senator Lena Taylor. how many people I've talked to who were in custody and I went to visit in Waupun, Green Bay, all of that, but also a champion for small businesses. So I feel you, Tweezy, when you say that your business was challenged during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Because so many businesses were challenged because they couldn't get people in. No, how many restaurants didn't close and people didn't have issues also with their homes?
Well, I just say this to say when you're not selling drugs and you're not robbing and stealing, and you are supported by strangers, and then they say your business is not essential, how can you pay your bills? You're gonna go out of business. So what I came up with is take pictures of your product and deliver it first service. But today, and I want to thank you, Craig from Kiss Usher Lounge, the president of the Bar Association. He said, man, listen, he said, somebody got shot in the parking lot or whatever happened. He said, man, the gods of the earth sent Lena Taylor to your business to save you. And I just want to thank you because I was at Sam's Club getting free food and we had customer appreciation. And then you came there and you got your signatures and you supported me and I supported you. So I just want to just say thank you. And Craig called me this morning and I was like, that's my uncle. And he's the club doctor and Kiss, shout out to Kiss Out Your Lounge.
Yes.
He one of the biggest
fried lobster tails.
Oh my God. But listen, for breakfast, he called me and said that Lena Taylor, she's something special. So you got favor in the streets. I don't care how much money they got. Listen, money ain't never made me happy. Money ain't never made no man. Listen, the people for the streets and the people that's really mean something to me, they support you. And I'm proud of you because you said a lot of people didn't have the votes, but on an off day and an on day, you was in the community serving hot dogs and helping clean up hookahs by Tweezy. And you mean so much to me. And I look up to
y'all, I was cleaning up the shop because I need y'all to know while I was sitting up in there, in between customers, in between serving the customers, I was like, where's the garbage bags? Okay, where's the garbage bags? I need to clean up the room.
But Lena, can you say
it was bad, y'all.
Lena, you did that,
Tweezy,
right?
I love you, though.
I love you too, but listen.
You said you was taking pictures of the product?
I was, yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute. This the new product that we gonna sell.
Hey,
to
man.
The people.
But listen,
come on out and
on my birthday, December 18th, I made $25,000 through Seed Money, and then I love R&B Fridays. I just made $8,000. And then my big homie Wank right, he bought all the 1942 and all the Rose and all that. And I love him, you know what I'm saying, and respect him because, you know, he is an honest man and
y'all making an honest living. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are doing the things that are the challenge in our community. So let me just start by saying I appreciate you taking a product, promoting a product, and making it happen. I appreciate that what you did was took your stuff and you went viral, man.
I had to get what
I need you to know. I went over there to R&B Fridays. You know, okay, I ain't have my wallet with me, so I wasn't able to do the coverage. But I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Your money can't spin around OG Tweezy.
That's what I'm talking about.
But listen,
that's what I'm talking about. But I need y'all to know it was full. It was full.
Your money can't spin. Your money can't spin around me, boss. You the one and only big homie. And hey, I'm waiting on you. I don't know when you're gonna do it, but
tomorrow is Wednesday, ain't it?
No, he can't do it that quick.
Oh, okay.
He got
next Wednesday.
He needed about 7 days to promote.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 1 week, 7 days. He'll sell it out. But I just say, when I kind of look at the city of Milwaukee, shout out to my son King Boss. He got a clothing line and he doing kid parties. As a senator, I just want to say to you, when you win the mayor, I just want you to make sure you look out for the youth. You know, because a lot of
they ain't got nowhere to go, man.
I know they don't, but I just
who is that that's doing the kids parties? Because
I don't know. Ain't nobody doing no kids parties.
I thought you just said somebody was doing kids.
No, my son, he did a kid party for New Year's and it sold out. But I just say this to say, a lot of the kids don't have nowhere to go. They don't have no mentor. So I say, when you win the mayor, I just want you to make sure you look out for the youth because I respect the youth and they call me Unc. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just so happy that I can kick it with them. And they taught me how to dress, you know, and when they have a problem, they come to me and they say, what you think about it? And I tell them the truth because I can't lie. Right. All my stories is true. So I just say this, when you win, just make sure you look out for the youth because it's a young man's world. It's not an old
It's
man's world.
They are our future. First of all, I hear you. If the young people, you remember when everything happened over in it depends on the generation you in, Midtown or Capitol Court, whichever way you know it. And then they decided to put all the barriers up in order to keep the young people from coming. You know, a solution to me would have been, how do you make it possible to do a pop-up? Right, for the young people,
But listen,
make it possible for businesses, make it possible for them to have somewhere to go. When we were young, we had the Palace. You know what I'm saying? We had we had the place over there on Atkinson. Right. The point is that there were options.
But I say this to say,
Boys and Girls Club, man, them saved lives back then.
Boys and Girls Clubs, it's around, but they don't touch everybody. One of the things I appreciate Von Mays doing some stuff over in the Sherman Park area, because there was some kids that couldn't go into the club. And don't get me wrong, Boys and Girls Club definitely has saved lives and should continue to exist. But we got to have some options for the young people that don't go in there. Yes. And we got to have something that helps them to know pathways to work and to entrepreneurship. And I'm going to be honest, to home ownership. It's a program in a place called Inslee, Alabama. What they let young people do, y'all, is go in like houses that were, houses the city then took, and they working with the organization, and they let them come in and learn how to paint, learn how to do electrical, learn how to do plumbing. I would love for our young people to learn how to fix the lead lateral so that we don't have lead in the water in Milwaukee. I would love for them to learn how to do that work. But the 18-year-old that do that work and then agree to go to technical college, they able to get a house. That's wealth building. That's the kind of thing I want to do. I want to be able to see us move young people into pre-apprenticeships. It's like a staircase, taking little step by little step. Some pre-apprenticeships, some apprenticeships, not just the stuff like what I mentioned, but also I want them to learn how to grow food. Partly because I also believe that the food insecurity issue is a problem, and what we eat is a problem. I want them to learn how to grow it and how to use that food in a way to make money. You talked about a product. Listen, this water right here, this Hustler water, when they bottled this water, that's agriculture. Learning how to put it in the bottle. That can of ginseng, that's bottled. That's canned. It's the same process they use, whether it's liquor or whether it's beer, whatever it is. That's the same. Learning how to do that work is work that young people can learn how to do. And I ain't gonna just say young people, because it's some adults that need to learn an honest hustle.
Well, listen.
Am I lying?
You're right. But I just say this to say, I did the burglary in Missouri, and I got caught. The police station was in the back of the building. I was in my crazy mind, and I was going to Missouri, and I decided to jump through a window and steal something. But you got to know what you're doing. And it's like, when I kind of think about my life, it's like, I kind of think when you're in a passenger seat, you need to learn, and the loss is only a lesson. But I was working for 15 cents an hour, and my phone calls was 10 cents a minute. So it's like, I'm humble, because when I grew up.
That's when you were incarcerated after the burglary.
No. I wasn't incarcerated.
What you doing 15? It had to be when you was incarcerated, 15 cents.
Yeah, it was. But I just say this though. They had gave me 5.5 years probation, and I messed up in 5 years, and they sent me to the penitentiary for a year. So what I'm saying is, when I got there, the man said, listen, the rules in here is mind your business, and I seen people when I walked around the track, and I said, God, why? And then he said, man, you got to go to all the programs. You got to do things to get out, because I had a 1 to 7. So I just said at the same time, is it's like, when I think about my life, and then I think about Judge Surfing, and you was telling me about him, him, and my mama was messing with him. And I had did a robbery with in 1996 with the pit boss, and long live the pit boss. We only got $14 for a robbery. And I just say this to say, sometime when you have friends and you want to be cool, you love your friends, whether it's a man or male, and you just want to be cool, and you do things without thinking. And I'm trying to get a pardon, and I'm gonna have to hire you to help me because at the same time is if
this is the time to do it, Tweezy.
I know,
this is the time.
I know it is, but what I'm trying to say
because
is
in the previous governor they didn't do
no Scott
pardons
Walker.
at all.
He wrote me
none. Under Evers, he's done some pardons and he's expanded it.
He did a lot of pardons, and I respect the lieutenant governor, and I respect Tony Evers, but I just say this to say if I didn't have a pardon, then I wouldn't be talking about Lena Taylor. I'll be talking about Antoine Huggins because I in the streets, I am the mayor, but I endorse you, and I'm gonna give every breath in my lungs and in my heart, and I'm gonna support you, and I hope you win. But if you don't win, then we're gonna run again, and we're gonna do it again. But David and Goliath, it ain't about no money with this. Like I said, is Lena, you the hardest working woman in America right now. Like I said, is you ain't took a break off. And like I said, is I love you and I respect you. And I know you mean everything you say. You come from the hood just like I do.
Born and raised on 15th and Capitol by way of 29th and North Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, listen, I'm the senator, but, you know, I mean, I'm not here to, you know, sugarcoat nothing. I live on the block that I grew up on. I happen to be a lawyer, but I'm the same girl that barely made it out of high school. I went to Rufus King. And if it wasn't for my mama.
Do you remember when I came to Madison into your office and you took a picture with me?
I remember not that time. I remember connecting with you when I first ran for mayor the first time, and you came and said, "I'm the mayor of Milwaukee." You rolled up in your car and your plates say mayor and all that. Okay.
No bullshit, but I can remember. I remember that also. And then you came out and you took a picture of me. So I says, I know you for the people. And listen,
tailor made for the people, by the people.
Some real nigga shit. It's like I got the hottest Instagram and Facebook in the country. They give me $1,500 a month to promote. I don't give a fuck who it is. I won't put you on my page for free. But I just say this to say, when I came to Madison, you showed me so much love. And you had a dark skinned lady, and she was like your bodyguard. She didn't play.
She my chief of staff. That's her. Michelle Bryant.
I love her. She gang for real. No, she was like this.
I gotta tell her.
She was like, stand down, little nigga. Get your picture and get your ass up out of the Capitol. But listen, I just say this to say, man.
But she a beast. She a beast.
She
she is, by the way, she is the only African American that has been a clerk of the Judiciary Committee. So to be a state that leads in mass incarceration, to be a senator that chaired that committee. I mean, I'm just saying it for a moment to put out that history and just to say that it's a proud moment to be able to do that. You know, it doesn't mean that I get my way. It's 131 other legislators. So I don't just get to say this is what it's going to be. Because if I did, it would be a whole lot of stuff change.
What I say this to say, in 2 days, you don't went viral. It look like you having your way in this little bitty ass town, boss. You
going to have our way.
Hey,
the streets going to be paid with the name.
The streets love you. I can't wait till you win. Listen,
on the serious
the mayor, Tom Barrett, you know, I just want to salute him. And I mean, he listen, the people told me, boss, they gave me a proclamation on December 18th, and I sold out Kiss Auction Lounge. Shout out to C Money, shout out to Fast Cash, shout out to J Shit, all them people were but Kiss. And
you know, Kiss them my people, right?
I sold that bitch out. I made $25,000 in one night. And then I took my kids to Disney World. I took them to Miami, front row. Yeah. Hey man, you know what you do after you win a championship. You go to Disney World. So shout out to Sasha and Juan. But I just say this to say, man, I pray and I'm getting on my knees tonight that I hope you win because, man, I love you and I respect you, man. And listen, you untouchable in this town, boss. It's like, man, for you to come there yesterday. C Money called me in the morning. He said, boy, God sent Lena Taylor, the boy, to say you. And I said, God is good. And I just say, man, I got your front of your back, boss, and I run these streets.
I feel like y'all saving me, you know, because in the end, I'm just a girl from 15th Capitol by way of 29.
No. But
and
that was
who want to be able to make a difference.
I know, but can you send a list? That was this morning. But when the young niggas came there and they was so happy to take a picture. I'm talking about the biggest gangster in the city. They said, I took a picture with Lena Taylor. And they wanted to post it. I'm talking about really rich
dudes.
They
signed my forms too.
From the street, though. I'm talking about they got your pictures in their phone.
I served them. I served them hamburgers and
shout out to my nigga Drew Bone, man. He said, man, He was so excited to take a
I
picture
was
with you.
so happy to be able to come to customer appreciation. I was so glad I rolled up on customer
But
appreciation.
listen.
You right around from my office. So anybody that want to come to the office, it's at 4345 North 60th Street. I need y'all to go to my pages, go lenataylor.com, on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and the other stuff that I ain't even all that know how to do them all.
Hey, Lena, let me ask you the
I
question.
like Tweezy. I'm not an influencer on social media.
But
okay?
listen, but this is what I do. But I'm just saying at the same time is.
But I get it done in the arena, man.
No. You a big old gangster in Milwaukee County. I just say this. Where did you get that heart from? Your mama, your daddy? Because you ain't scared of shit.
You know what? That come from I would say Lena J. Taylor. So I'm not a junior, y'all, but my mama is Lena J. Taylor. She the one who, when I said I wasn't going to college, she was like, "Nah, you going to college." She picked my school, my major, my counselor, my classes, my dorm room, the furniture. I'm convinced she signed the application because I don't remember signing it. I guess it wouldn't have been fraud because her name is Lena Taylor too. She picked the seat I was going to ride in. She knew the Negro to have come and drive me because I was crazy about his ass. So she had Derek Hughes come and drive me and told me, "No, you sit in the front."
Did he go to Washington High School? I remember Hughes.
You know what?
He was kind of popular back
You know
then.
what? You know what?
Talk to me now.
You know what?
Talk
I
to
don't
me.
remember what school he went to because he dropped out. But what I will tell you is that the Negro picked me up and took me to school and made sure I didn't drop out. You hear me?
Yeah.
So I love him for life for that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna love him for life too, because I ain't playing with you. I'm the girl from 15th to Capitol by way. At 29th and North Avenue. Listen,
what you know about Rufus King? They said that Rufus King had the baddest bitches in America.
I'm a king.
Not bitches, but beautiful ladies.
I'm a king, girl.
You better
I got
say
the
it.
brilliance and the brains.
I used to leave
Don't
Washington
play.
High School and go down there and parking lot pimp.
You got the brains. You know that's what they say. They might say all three, brains, beauty, and booty, but I ain't going there.
They were stuck up there. That's what they told me.
Well, you know what? It just depends on who you was. That's it. So yeah, so I'm just here to say, you know, when I grew up, honestly, I could have been on any walk of life. All my cousins were, you know, teen mothers, and so it could have been me. I made different choices along the way. In order for me to be able to go to school. I didn't wake up until I was about 20. My mother had already made me go to college. And when I was about 20, I began to realize if I wanted to have nice things, if I wanted to be able to be on a different path, that I was going to have to put something up here. Because if I didn't put something up here, this is the only place that they can't take it from you. They can't take away your heart, like you say. That your hustle, they can't take those things away from you. And so I thank God that I had my mother. She was 5'2". Don't get me wrong, my daddy was around, and he always said, "You forget to talk about your daddy." No, I'm a daddy's girl, so I love my daddy. But I grew up in my mama's house, and my mama was that chick who was 5'2", 5'3". So when you say where did I get my heart, I watched my mama tell a Negro on the other side of the door to leave, and he kept knocking, and she shot him through the door.
Oh God.
Okay. But she was a sweetheart because she then took him to the hospital, you know. So and then I'm gonna tell you, you know, she little 5'2", 5'3". She was about a size 3, size 4 back in the day. Somebody tried to take her car. She had him at gunpoint on 29th and North Avenue on 29th Street. When the police came, that's when the Negro got up and ran. He didn't run from her butt. Little bit. That's what Willie McLean used to call it, a little bit. So where did I get my heart? I would argue probably my mama. Where did I get my commitment to the community? That came from my grandmama, Delta Packer. Somebody just saw me and said, "You know you from 29th Street at your place."
Yeah.
The brother said, "You know you from 29th Street. Tell the people." I said, "You know I am. I'm not afraid to talk about where I'm from, who I am. I ain't changed. I'm the same girl that went to King. I'm the same girl that was on 29th and North. Listen, I did get an education. I did get a law degree. But I need you to know, like, for real, like, I'm that girl. I'm tailor-made for the community, by the community. I went to law school because I saw what was happening and I wanted to be able to make a difference. I went to Madison because I wanted to be able to take my talents and bring them to the table so that I could connect community and government. And that's what I've done since I've been elected. During the time I've been elected, I'm not somebody that's not approachable, because in the end, it could have been me. I want to be clear. My cousin that I was like this, white on rice, to this day, like right now, she struggled with addiction, heroin addiction. It could have been me. I thank God I'm on a different path, but it could have been me. And any day, it could have been me. So as a result, what I want to do is help those young people, and not just the young people, the adults, to be able to know that there's another way and another pathway. Because what you said is that you had to go the hard route.
Yeah.
To get where you at now.
Yeah.
I want to stop some folks from having to go the hard route.
Yeah.
So that they ain't gotta have that F that they gotta get apart and to be able to work through. In the end, listen, we ain't no different. We really are the same. The issue is, what opportunities do you get? And I was blessed enough to have a mama who wasn't afraid to tell me, oh no, you going to college.
Yeah.
And went out, wasn't quite there for about 2 years up in college. She wasn't afraid to put her foot on my neck. You know what I'm saying? And make me do different. What we got to do is be able to support. You mentioned before that they ain't got nowhere to go, but I want to be, and they ain't got no, I think you said basically kind of role models. Some kids is raising themselves. You know what I'm saying?
No, because their daddy is in jail and their mama at work.
And some of them on drugs.
I know.
And so in the end, as a community, we have to be the village, and we got to be able to make it possible for people to have somewhere to go. I want to create hubs in the community so that when people don't know, they at least can go somewhere. You ain't got to always know the answer, but if you know somebody, right, that you can go to, that can tell you how to navigate. I can't tell you how many times somebody inboxed me on Messenger saying, well, Senator, I got this situation. You know, no, I might not be able to do it for every person, but I can say, these are the steps you take. And if you got an issue, circle back with me. Well, I want the city of Milwaukee and the mayor's office to be a place that can help you navigate, that can help you to know. Honestly, we also got to do something, because it used to be a code in the streets back in the day.
Yeah.
It was a code that was off of children, and it was off of women. It was off of our elderly.
No doubt.
That code is gone. And part of the reason I think the code is gone is because so many people have had to fend for themselves. So they don't really, I don't know how to say it other than to just say it.
Right
now. They
now.
don't give a F about nobody else because they feel like, who gave something about me?
No.
But we got to find a way.
It's every man.
Because our babies got to be able to have an opportunity to make it beyond being a baby. They can't think they ain't going to even make it to 18.
When I looked in Milwaukee County and I seen the kids getting shot, and I seen Seville get killed, and they burned that Burla in the same building we in, boss. Seville was like that. And I'm saying, you preaching today, and you should be a preacher. You should be Reverend Lena Taylor, because you
know, Reverend Al Sharpton called me, what'd he call me? A ghetto preacher, or bootleg preacher. He called me a bootleg preacher. That's what Reverend Al Sharpton called me, and he called me Lena Harriet Tubman Taylor. That's what he said.
Yeah. She stuck away from the slaves,
the underground.
But listen, when you get yourself in trouble, what I learned honestly is being in jail and being in and out of jail my whole life. But my grandmama, I never had a daddy. My mama lied to me. Like my sister daddy was my daddy, but I didn't respect him. But I thank him even to the day, because my mama was bad, Miss Brickhouse. So if a man can lure your mama into that bed, he a bad man. So I thank him for giving me here. But I just say, man, being in the penitentiary and being in jail my whole life, it's just like the white man get paid off everything we do. From if you kill somebody,
we're a commodity.
They're gonna get paid for the funeral. If you go to jail, you gotta buy a lawyer. You gotta pay canteen, talk on the phone. You know, it's so you gotta.
If your daddy and mama ain't there, you might end up in foster care, and somebody get paid when you're in foster care. And when it's foster care in our community, what they get is not necessarily the dollars for services that need to be provided. In the end, it's always connected to somebody.
But
making money on it.
I say this though: whether you kill somebody or you get killed, the white man gonna get paid, And the moral of the story is this: we need to protect and respect each other, and man, think before we act, because in the Bible it say, "Be slow to anger." Like I said, is man, it's so many people
Yes.
that ain't never had no OGs or nobody to take time. I wouldn't, because it's just like it's a new generation, and like I said, it's just like when I kind of think about Robert's Lounge and and seeing dudes that had money and cars and didn't take care of their kids, I didn't respect that. I only respect the respectable, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. See, my word means something. So I just say this to say, it's been many times that I ain't had no money, but I got $1 million worth of credit. So I can go to the Buck Stadium. I can go to any wholesale in this town. And when these people close, shout out to Brownstone, shout out to G's Clipper, shout out to Peter Fagan, shout out to Mark Lasky, shout out to Alex Lasky, all them people, whatever his name is.
He running for U.S. Senate.
Mark,
I saw Alex Lazary had a picture with you. I was like, Alex got a picture with Tweezy, and I got to go get my picture with Tweezy.
I would have never took a picture with that man if it weren't for my big homie Mark Wade. Shout out to Mark Wade. He had a store in Capitol Court, an oil stand, and now he owned everything in Milwaukee. And like I said, he's one of my mentors. When I seen him at the police association meeting, he said, Tweezy, he said, you can be like your mentor, but never better than your mentor. And I never wanted to be better than him. And I was there. He was in a brand new Benz. He said, I just ordered a new Benz. He was in a 560 or 550. He said, I just ordered a 550. And I said, why did you order that? And you got a new one? He said, I just wanted to do that today. But I'm saying, I'm around a lot of people like that, and I'm inspired by success. A lot of people are haters. A lot of people only want to talk about the negative, and I just block you. I don't even want to talk to you. We don't have nothing to talk about if it ain't associated with a bankroll. But I'm just saying this.
But that's how blessed I feel, because you ain't making it about that for me.
But I
appreciate it.
No,
I say greatly.
I say this to say, I thank you for coming to Hookahs by Tweezy yesterday. And C Money called me, and that's great. He owned Kiss, and they got the best lobsters in the city and all that. And he called and he laughed, and he always give everything funny when you're having money. They call him C Money, the club doctor. He want to laugh all day.
Y'all, when I came to Tweezy's, I need y'all to know it was like about 20 police cars all the way around. It was taped off, the whole thing, right? And I was like, what's going on?
And the police.
So then I text Tweezy. I was like, you okay? And then I walked past all of it and went in.
And you came in, and I told them people when they came, they said, what happened? I said, listen, my building is blocked off. I don't have no windows in the back. I don't know what happened. I said, listen, I don't talk to no police. You gonna talk to Dennis Coffey or Frank Gimble, boss? And that's just that. I don't have nothing to say because I don't know nothing. I was at Sam's Club. We was doing a customer appreciation day, and I told that man,
you was on the phone with him when
I said, Lena Taylor is coming here. I said, boss, if you don't get this fucking tape off the front of my building, boss, I'm gonna call Tony Ayers and anybody else I can call to get this shit up out of my building. And then you showed up and you say
and
today,
the tape came down.
It came down, and you came in there and you served the community, and we sold $5 hookahs that was $30. And you helped me clean up.
One dude came in and bought like 15 hookahs.
Yes, sir.
At one time.
Yes, he did. And I appreciate him. And that's why I say, if you ain't supporting, you ain't important. So Lena Taylor, February 10th, 15th for mayor. I got her front and her back. I said this, I've been on the internet all day. I woke up at 6 o'clock because I appreciate you coming. And like I said, this man, I thank you. And you saved me because there was a lot of stuff going on there, and everybody's calling my phone. When they see yellow tape, they think something happened, but I'm protected and respected by the Vipers and the snipers in the city. I could walk anywhere by myself. I'm not scared of nothing or nobody. And I just say, I kind of think you just like me. You might be my mama, you might be my grandmama, but you kind of pretty, Lena, and I think I like you. Hey, when you wear this mirror, I'll buy you one of them motherfucking diamonds from Harry Glenberg, Gold Creations, and I'm coming to that motherfucking matching with you, man.
It ain't no matching, y'all.
You gonna get one
with the mayor's office, Tweezy. It ain't no matching.
Hey, man.
It ain't no matching.
Lena Taylor.
One of the things I want to make sure everybody knows. So it was like 12 people, I think it was, that was talking about running for mayor.
Yeah.
And so today, 6 of those people didn't get enough signatures to be able to even get on the ballot.
So they wasn't hustlers.
Well,
they was busters.
They are.
People went to sleep.
And then some folks turned in signatures, but the signatures they turned in, some of them got X'd off. So they wasn't even able to be on the ballot.
Okay, Lena, let me say this.
And before I even put mine in, somebody put a complaint on mine because they said that there was in NYPD restaurant that somebody had my signatures there, and the signature was sitting there unmanned. I said, listen, people came and got signatures from all around. I don't know everywhere that people took and put signatures at, but I will say this, that I know that anytime that somebody go to do the sheet, they don't understand what to do. So you got to say sign here, print here, put your address. So I'm certain that anybody
can't read
at
and write.
NYPD,
They can't read and write. But listen,
all I'm saying
before
is
we
the
leave,
person that put the challenge up, they ain't even on the ballot.
they need to stand down. I just said to just say, I had a domestic violence, and my grandmama bailed me out for $15,000, and I was reading a book, and when I was reading, he said, you wasn't made for the world. You wasn't made for one girl. You was made for the world. And then the buzzer in my cell, I was in the county jail. I said, your attorney is here. So I went down there, and my attorney was James Turan. And then
wow,
listen, and then he beat it. They said not guilty, and they said this was your man, your husband, and I love both of y'all.
He wasn't my husband. He was out. Well, I guess you could say he almost was. We was engaged. We was engaged. Don't have me go down that story. I love me some James Turando to this day. He's a good lawyer. That. And he cheated, so I had to leave.
Was that the same Turan from Turan's on
yes.
They
his
said
mom and daddy.
The Bucks players was there. He been like that. But I say this,
his mom and daddy.
I only had 3 attorneys in my life.
His family. His mama was really involved in politics too. Yeah.
He told me, he said, Tweezy, you weren't made for one girl, you was made for the world. But I was reading a book in my cell. And when they said you got attorney visits, I went down and he laughed and he said, boss, your bill $15,000. It should be $1,500. But I just say this.
But I want to say this.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this can be a difficult issue. But 2 things that we got to deal with in this community is we got to deal with a better understanding of relationships.
But what about mental illness? What
mental
about addiction?
All them are.
What about addiction?
I think they all interconnected. Honestly,
I was addicted to gambling.
I think it's all
I was a sex addict. I was a sex addict. So that's why I couldn't be in a relationship. So what I'm saying is, we have to keep it real with ourselves, boss.
We gotta do this. We have to make sure that we being honest about the role that a father play. A role that the mama play. We all play a role.
Listen, when you talk about the father,
and it's important, and this is why I started and said this part, because I need to say this. When it is mental health, when it's trauma that exists that people ain't dealt with, we'll go from 0 to 1,000
in 2.1 seconds.
Then
you can't think what you thinking with your heart. So I just say this to say, what about the mamas that won't let
they use their babies like pawns?
Won't let
right.
Listen, won't let you see your kids. And then I've been in jail with people that said
that's wrong.
Listen, no, it ain't. It
is wrong when you don't listen. Let me say something. I got to say this.
Okay,
okay. I don't care how broken a parent is. Children love their parents.
You're right.
And a role that parents play is important. Listen, I had a child. I'm a baby mama. Okay. My son is 22 now. My son's father did not pay child support the way that he needed to. But him paying child support and him seeing his son, 2 different issues. Custody and child support, 2 different issues. Fathers and mothers, if your child ain't with you, I want to be straight up. It's your responsibility to be involved in their life. And I'm going to say, daddies, you need to be there for your daughters, because otherwise they looking at what this person, that person showed them. You got to be the example. You know what? I want fathers to do stuff like this. You take your daughter out and show your daughter how somebody's supposed to treat them and how they supposed to do that. Because if not, if you don't know, you don't know. And so as a result of that, you going on what you think. In the end, women and men might not get along, but the baby is here. We got to do a better job of protecting our babies. You started this by talking about what the kids ain't got.
No, what I'm
parents are the first line of defense.
What I was trying to say is, being in jail, and seeing men that didn't care about their kids will say, I got a newborn baby. And I'm about to call my kids and the baby can't talk. But they was chasing the woman. They weren't even caring about the kid. So sometimes men use the kid to chase the woman.
Sometimes we all do probably some of that. In the end, I guess what I'm saying is we all got to be bigger than that if we're going to let our next generation have any legacy, any difference.
I understand.
I'm just trying to encourage us all to do different, because if daddies show up, if mamas show up, if daddies don't use their kids as pawns, if mamas don't use their kids as pawns, those kids that's out there doing X, Y, and Z gonna be in a different situation. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, listen.
All I'm trying to say is, in the end, if ain't nobody sowing into them something that's positive, how they gonna get it?
Well,
how they gonna get it? It ain't gonna just fall out the sky like manna from heaven.
You're right, but you said that, and I just say this, boss. As a kid that never had a father, I love and I respect my mom and my grandmama with all my heart.
Have a father, but you said that.
But
you
no,
had a
no. I said
that
that my mama lied to me, like my sister's father was my father, and I didn't respect him. He was a dope fiend. He was a coward. I was a gangster. So I just say this to say, when I met my daddy at 40, he talked just like me, and I said, "Thank you for getting me here." Because I know no nigga can fuck my mama unless he was a bad nigga in his prime. So I respected that. But I just say this to say, man, I'm street. You know what I'm saying? And I just say, man, I come from the pit with nothing, boss. And like I said, when I went to North Division, I ate government cheese, boss. And when everybody poor, it feel like,
I don't know why you make it like that government cheese wasn't real good. It made some good grilled cheese.
Yeah, but it took too long to cook.
Okay.
It was the best grilled cheese, but it took an hour to cook.
I'm just saying.
You
gotta be appreciative of what you got sometimes, Weezy.
But fast forward to right now, I just say it's like, man, hey man, what's going on right now is I'm the hottest host in the city, and I'm selling out everything I touch turn to gold. And I'm proud of Lena Cole, and I want to get on my knees and pray to God that she went married February 15th, because I really love her like a mother and a grandmother and an auntie and a cousin.
Okay, now you can love me like a mother. I'll take it. I really want to be an auntie or a sister. but a grandmama, come on now.
I don't know. I'm saying,
guys, help me out here. Grandmama.
You see the dimple.
Hey, listen. When I say grandmama, listen. When I say grandmama, Ethel Wilson,
but grandmamas are younger than me now, though.
I just say this to say, though, some of these women that's 21, they look like they're 60. But I say, listen, when it come to me, all I have is my grandmama. So if I say grandmama, I mean respect, because Ethel Wilson, boss, listen.
Mama Delta.
Ain't nothing. Me and Ethel Wilson was closer than my mama.
I'm telling you, Mama Delta, I'm her. Mama Delta was a business owner. Mama Delta had a grocery store, a restaurant, and she had real estate. Mama Delta made me at 11 and 12 years old go outside and get people when it was Christmas and Thanksgiving and invite them in. She taught me that to whom much is given, much is required. When you say where I get my heart, and I mentioned my grandmama, that Mama Delta taught me that. And so I thank God that she taught me that you can't get what you got and not give back.
Yeah,
you can, but you ain't gonna be blessed. That's my belief.
But they say to whom is given, much is required, and the head that wears a crown is heavy. But I just say this to say, shout out to my auntie Versi. She had the store in Milwaukee Mall, and now you know what I'm saying. I wanted to be a business owner. Shout out to Mark Wade. I seen him have a store in Capital Court. Now I wanted to be a business owner. He came on. I had the store on 28th and Burlock. You said at Records Pitbull Studio. That man jumped over air mattresses to come to the back and see me. And I respect that man with all my heart.
That brother then came a long way.
But I'm saying this, real is real. He wanted the real ones. And I just say this to say,
good to his mama, do an example of father and his son and his grandchild. I see it all the time. And I appreciate him and Willie Wade and G at G's Clippers, because when my son was coming up and his father wasn't here, those was the guys who said, give me your hand, shake my hand for me. Who, when my son shook a hand like this, it's like, no, you shake, when you shake a person's hand, you shake their hand and you look them in the eye. Taught my son those kind of things. That's what we got to do as a community.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, though, when you kind of think about it, now it's a new generation and it ain't no rules. So what I'm saying is the same time is when we grew up, it was don't get high on your own supply. The kids, the wives, and they was off limits. So now it's like everybody getting high off their own supply. The rules then was don't get high on your own supply. So it's just like when you was raised by the community, you seen gamblers, you seen robbers, you seen killers, and them are heroes. So I just said at the same time, and so when I go in the hood and they say, "Hey man, give me something," I throw it to them because at the same time they told me, "Don't get on drugs, don't do this." You know what I'm saying? And when you selling drugs, you kind of feel like you invincible. You know what I'm saying? And when you got this stuff, you feel like I want to use it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, is if you do it, then you're gonna be a dope fiend. Don't nobody respect no dope fiend in the hood. Where I come from, a straight thing, Lena, come to your park. It's like even now today, like I said, all the young kids call me Unc, and I thank them because they showed me how to dress and they showed me so much love, and I just be happy to be able to kick it with them. But I just said at the same time as Lena, ain't nobody like me, ain't nobody did it bigger or longer than me because
come up there and hang out with your old self all the time. Don't we?
thank you. And Wayne Wonder, and like I said, he came to my party on Friday, and I love R&B Fridays. And he bought me a bottle of champagne and bought all the 1942 in the bin. And I seen him at Skyboy Sunday.
Came and supported.
Yeah, he came down there, and I said, I said, let me buy you a bottle. He said, I don't want no bottle. And I said, I'm gonna buy you a bottle anyway. They bring the sparkles and all that. But I just say is, man, if you ain't important, you ain't important. And I just said this, I ain't drunk, I'm just drinking. But I just say this to say, man, Lena Taylor, I'm proud of you, man. And like I said, is whether you win now or you win later, you're a winner in my eyes. And like I said, ain't nothing bigger than you, ain't nothing better than you because listen, you've been working. You every time I tell you was outside in the car doing interviews, you went to Madison today. You just did another interview, and now you were here on the podcast. I just did another podcast before this. I ain't never did 2 interviews in one night, but I
appreciate you.
I asked the man that's running this. I said, man, can you stay later to interview Lena Taylor? He said, yeah, I got you.
And
so
he saw my dimple.
I told you when I talked to you
that everybody don't notice I got a dimple. That's all I'm saying,
but
y'all.
Listen.
Tell me. You met me years ago?
You had an office right on State Street.
35th and State. That was my law office.
Was it on 26?
Oh, I had one on 29th or, yep, 26. You're right, 26. 20. That's it. I did. Mm-hmm. McLeod's restaurant right there. Jeff McLeod. Yep.
Your office is by Ricky?
Next to Ricky.
Well, it was, Ricky's was near it. Ricky's was near it.
But listen,
close proximity.
You mentioned G's Clippers.
Ain't scared.
I can remember you mentioned G's Clipper. I can remember when Big Dog and Tim Thomas and all them was there. He had a party at Park East Hotel, and I was rapping. This was 1996, and I didn't even know him, but I went and put my posters and my CDs and all that stuff on this table. And man, this party was sold out. And he came to me and said, "Man, who told you to put these posters on the table?" But now I can call him right now and he'll pick up. And like we the best friends. And then Corey from Brownstone, man, that man has spent a couple $100,000 with me in the last 6 months.
He one of the few that's got a place downtown.
But he the truth.
He real.
Though. Listen, the man showed me his yacht the other day. It was wrapped in brownstone. I said, Corey, listen. I said, I like that. I said, but I don't want to see your yacht. I said, show me how to get my own yacht. You know what I'm saying? And he laughed. Everything funny when you having money. He just laughed and giggled. Everything funny. He rich as a bitch. But I just say this to say, man, I love my people, man, and I love you, Lena, and I want you to win. And February 15th, I want everybody in the city of Milwaukee to vote for Lena Taylor, man, because she the truth, boss. She really real. And I protect her and I respect her. And I want you to be the mayor because, hey, man, that phony ass nigga that's in the office, he caught COVID-19 in 2 weeks, man. And like I said, he's soft. And like I said, is when I was going up for essential permit or whatever it was, a food dealership license, the man told me I was gonna get it, and he didn't honor his word. So like I said, is I don't respect you and I can't protect you. But Lena, listen, they might have more money than you, but like I said, is hey man, you the heat from the street, boss. Listen, you got everybody in America looking at you.
Ain't nobody got more heart, more experience, and who have more love for the people and willing to roll up their sleeves and work. Listen, I served at your customer appreciation, but that's who I am. That's who Mama Delta built me up to be. That's that's it. And so when I get in the mayorship, listen, it don't mean that you'll be able to get everything you want, but what I can guarantee you is that we always gonna have an open door. We're always gonna be there to listen. And more than anything, we're gonna help you navigate. And the main thing I want to do is change this city so that people can have opportunity, fair and equitable opportunity, so that we can have businesses, people can get pathways to work and home ownership. Less than 7% of people, Black folks, own homes. Less than about 40% of the houses that's owned in Milwaukee are owned by people that live here. If you don't own your block, do you care as much? When you put your money up and you get that yacht and you get that car, what car you say, Mark Wade?
I want a Rolls Royce dime,
all
drop
right.
top.
So when that happens, what you gonna do? You gonna take care of it.
I'm gonna put my kids in it and ride.
But you gonna take care of it. You ain't gonna let nobody just treat it any kind of way. That's why we need home ownership.
Can't nobody even get in there except my kids.
Oh, wait a minute now.
But
you
I'm
need
saying,
to let the mayor come up on there once or twice.
You.
We got to have a Tweezy and a Mayor Taylor event.
We need to have the yacht, and then we need to have the mansion to have a mansion party. Lena Taylor, OG Tweezy mansion party. But I just say what you showed yesterday to the city of Milwaukee is you are fearless and you a lion and you a king. And like I said, the only thing I could do is salute you.
Well, no. I don't want nobody to have no confusions.
Yeah.
I'm not a king.
Well,
queen.
I'm a queen.
I'm not a lioness.
Listen.
I'm a lioness.
It was gangsters that was scared to come up there, and you was there, boss. And listen, I never forget it. And listen, I don't care if I don't wake up no more. I'm just gonna say this to say, boss, you the baddest woman that I ever met in my life, boss. And I salute you. And listen, them people can't touch you with a 10-foot pole, boss. You came, boss, when it was yellow tape and Channel 6 and Channel 12 News, and they put the building up. And Craig called me this morning and said, boy, Lena Cole was sent by God. And he laughed and he giggled. He always laughing. But he said, man, hey, man, Lena Cole, she liked that. And I ain't heard no, and that man don't say that, boss, too often. If he said that, he meant that.
I told you, them my people. Them my people. The people that kiss, what you call them, see money?
The club doctor.
That's the club doctor.
He said, Lena Taylor, boss, was sent by God. So I just say this to say, man, listen, man, I love you and I respect you.
All I can tell you is my whole journey. First of all, thank you. And all I can tell you is my whole journey has been but God. People counted me out all my life. I mean, if I'm going to be real with you, shoot, my mom and daddy couldn't conceive. And they had to go through extra stuff to get me. Well, and I almost died.
Well, what about
I was premature. And then after I was born, I couldn't even take the milk that they was feeding the children. Yeah. I literally, for real, the doctor had to get me goat's milk in order for me to help make it. When I tell you I barely made it out of high school, I had a 1.8 GPA. So to sit in front of you as a graduate from UW Milwaukee, to sit in front of you with a JD, I'm a doctor of the law. I got a law degree. I'm a real lawyer. I ain't like the ones that had to go to school at Marquette and Wisconsin and they didn't take no bar exam. I had to take a bar exam. Shoot, I had to take it twice, but that's all right. I passed it that second time. And to let you know, me and Teran, yes, we had a law office. TNT, the Dynamite Duo. Yeah. That's what the law office was. Well, you know, he messed that up a little bit, but we still cool.
Well, not guilty. Not guilty. I bet you came and got young Tweezy. I can call him right now and pick up.
He'll pick up mama. I call him right now.
Well, let's call him and see who pick up first.
Right now?
Let's see who pick up first.
Okay.
Let's see who pick up first. We're going to put it on the speakerphone before we go. Oh, my mama, I know he's going to pick up when I call. That's my man.
I'm telling you.
Let's see who pick up first.
Answer me first.
Well, shit, kiss my ass. Let me get here and find his name.
Watch it.
We call him at the same time. Shit, let's see.
Please leave your message.
We'll call him back.
But wait, he ain't called me yet either. He ain't answered mine yet either, though, Tweezy.
He sound like he busy.
He might be. He might be.
He'll never get that busy. Kiss my ass. Shit.
Oh.
Shit, kiss my ass.
Your turn.
Hell no. We gonna call until he pick up. We ain't leaving.
Oh, he pushing a button.
He ain't pushing no button. Ain't no button.
Oh. Okay.
It might be bad.
Answer me.
Look, she sent the text out quick.
It's possible. Shit. You know, it is 10 o'clock. Okay, so he answered neither one of us.
Hell
Tweezy,
no,
but he look.
A winner never quit and a quitter never win.
Please leave your message.
Really? What's up? You know what? He probably playing poker.
You know he laying in bed.
I don't give a fuck what he doing.
Yeah.
I want to hear his voice right now.
If it was all I gotta tell you is if it was Saturday morning, I'd be like, he golf.
96.
Okay, we is not finna spend the whole.
Hey man, say man. Hey man, say man. Hey man, say man. Hey man, hey Teran, listen. I told the people I'm on my podcast. But listen though. Hey Teran. Hey Teran. Hell no. Don't grab my phone. Hey, Teran. I told them people. Hey Teran, I told them people. You came and got me, boss. Not guilty. The baddest lawyer in America. Hey man, they said not guilty when I walked in the room with you. Yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, Teran. Teran.
I lost the bet.
Hey, Teran. When you walked in the courtroom with me, what did the judge say? Did I ever tell on the motherfucker in my life? How much was my bill? Thank you. Who came and got me? Up the Wilson, right? They better stand down.
Who's
Hey,
the best chick in Milwaukee that needs to be the mayor?
you better say it. You better say it. Hey, Teran, listen. We had a bet, right?
I lost.
She said, who gonna pick up? Is she gonna pick up for you or me? I said, listen, this is my big homie. I said, when I was guilty, I told him, I said, when I was in the bedroom, I was in the cell in the county jail. I said, I was reading a book and it said, you was made for the world, not one girl. And then the buzzer rung and it said, it's James Terrell, your attorney down there. And then when you came there, you said, Tweezy, you a rap star. You was made for the world, not one girl. And that's why I'm single today. But listen, because you told me Lena Taylor was the baddest woman in America, like Superwoman, I'm going to endorse her. And like I said, I want to see her win on February 15th. And that's just that, boss. How you feeling today? And listen.
And then we got to roll back on April 5th. But listen, James, I lost the bet because I talked big stuff that you was going to answer my call.
She talked a long lot. But listen, Mr. Teran. I know, but Teran.
Y'all see that?
I know. We did. She lost the best already. So listen, Mr. Teran, James Teran, what's the word of the day, boss? I wanted to give you the flow and I'm gone. After you talk, it's over. You better say it.
I saw you all on the internet tonight. People have been playing it all over the place. They sending it all over the place.
Hey, but listen, Mr. Teran, James Teran, listen, boss. A nigga.
Lena.
What's that, T?
Front court Tweezy didn't know how deep I was in that court till he saw all them people talk to me.
Okay. They don't know. They be sleeping on you, Jimbo.
I bet you one thing. When you came and got me, the judge said not guilty. You know all them people. You was laughing all the way to the bank.
I'm telling you.
Lena, he said, motherfucker, who are you?
He told me, he said, I love some James Teran. He's a good attorney, but I found out he's your husband. He was your husband. I said, no, he wasn't my husband. Well, I guess he might as well been.
Hey, front court Tweezy.
What that do?
You gonna make it happen, ain't you?
Hey man, listen. I'm rich in real life, boss. See, I was born rich though, Teran. I didn't just get rich. I was born rich. But I just say this to say, but listen, I just say this to say, I want to give you your roses while I'm still alive because you came and got your boy, boss. Listen, the sheriff's deputy, boss, when Ethel Wilson came and got me, I fucked that bitch, boss. She was a deputy in a jail. She had to see me. She couldn't believe that I could bail out for $15,000. And then she can believe that I would have the greatest attorney in America, James Teran, come bail me out that motherfucker, and the judge say not guilty. You told me before I went in that mother, you said, just be quiet, don't say nothing. Hey, man, this shit is already beat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If
But
you
listen,
need a lawyer, you call James Teran, 617-9755. He really is. Real
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, he gonna bring new voters a fresh look.
Real
Yeah.
talk.
Y'all gotta get a campaign, man, and do, you know.
We got 30 days. 30 days.
Campaign, get the people out there they never voted before.
That's
Yeah.
it. We got 30 days for the February 15th.
You need new voters. You can't rely on old people that just vote every year.
We're going to get them all.
Just get some new blood and get some.
That's what we need.
Carpools going. And you know, get some going, you know, get them, pick them up, make it easy for them.
We're going to make it work.
Damn it, get a fucking free ticket to a party.
No, we're not going to do that because then no. We're not doing that because then we're going to need James Teran. So we can't.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? In a way, it's got to be a way.
I'm just making sure we ain't giving away chicken dinners. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't giving away nothing for the vote because they ain't going to connect us like that.
Speaking of chicken, what's up with the chicken recipe from Teran's back in the day? That chicken.
Who is that?
that's the promoter.
I'm
But,
just-
but
I'm
they
just-
told me,
He asked me, Jimbo, he said, is that the same connected to the Terans back in the day? I said, sure enough, that's his mama and his daddy. His mama, she was an amazing woman, love her to death, Martha Teran. God rest her soul.
but I just
She
said,
set me up, y'all. She
hey,
set me
Teran,
up.
hey, Teran, they told me that you had the Bucks and the Brewers and all them people coming to your restaurant when you was a kid. I came to your law office on Capitol.
That ain't nothing, huh?
How you get that building on Capitol, Jimbo? Who encouraged you to do that? Yeah, but who encouraged you to do it, Jimbo?
You did.
All right now. I've been helping businesses a long time. Don't say no shit, man.
Hey, boy, you a smooth brother, boy. I tell you that, boy. Hey. Oh, God. Oh, God. Hey, man. Man, I love you, man. And listen, I won the competition. I'm thanking you for picking up, man. Lena Taylor for Mayor February 15th, boss. Listen, we got these people, boss. Love,
All
King.
right, much love.
You lost that bet.
I lost the bet,
It's over.
but I will not be losing on February
You better
15th
not.
if y'all show up.
Hey, man, I'm coming to win it. I'm leaving with the win.
All right, let us get.
All I have in this world is my balls, my word. I don't break them for no.
Justin makes beats.
The world is yours, young nigga, hey. The world is yours, young nigga. Go get it, gotta get paid. Go get it, hustle every day. Go get it, tryna make a better way. Go get it, go get it, gotta get paid. Go get it, hustle every day. Go get it, tryna make a play. Go get it,
Hustle every day, man, gotta hustle hard. First thing with cocaine, then I'm a bum. Hit the rap gang, gangsta, and I hit it hard. Now I'm the mayor of Milwaukee. Thank the Lord.